Okay, hello, good evening, everyone. I hope everybody is doing okay. Just give me a minute. Let me check it out. Is everything okay or not? Hang on. Let me see. Am I live or not? Yeah, I think I'm live. Yeah, I am live. Okay, great. Great stuff. Okay, hang on. Yes, I am. Okay, good evening, everybody. I hope you can see my screen. And you can hear me as well. Okay, let me share the information up for the more and more people to join in. Okay, before we start it up. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, there we go. Yep, I think I have shared. Okay, can you hear me, by the way? Should be able, yeah, should be able to hear me. Okay, yeah, I think should be okay. All right. All right, gentlemen, let's start. Okay, this week, all right, we have a very, very interesting week. And a lot of things are happening at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to do a recording. Actually, I don't even need to do a recording really because anyway, it's YouTube live. But anyway, I will do a recording for the sake of recording. All right, just to be of it. Okay, good evening, everyone. Today is 9th of June 2025. It is around 8 past 10 sorry 8:10 p.m. here. All right, so let's have an analysis together. So first of all, let's talk about what we have this week. Okay, so from the forest factory, right? You can see from the left, the news information showing that there was not much of the news on on today. Not much new on the today, and they have then they also have the proper news or bigger news will be later coming in later, right? So this week we are having actually it's rather is a huge news. All right, this week we're having rather a huge news, which is the CPI and PPI, right? So these items you really need to pay attention because like I already mentioned before, Federal Reserve, they only look at three major items before they make any big decision. The first one is, of course, is the unemployment rate. So they will be checking out whether the people are getting job or not. This kind of unemployment high or not. This kind of stuff. Then the second one is the inflation related. All right. So they will be talking about CPI, PPI. That's the reason why these two data is going to be very important. Okay. And of course, the third one is inflation data itself. So these are the three major items that Federal Reserve will look at. All right. So this week we'll have two items that will be coming out. And talking about rate decision. All right. So currently, US Federal Reserve, their interest rate is somewhere around 4.5. Okay, so at the moment, there's a little bit of thing going on with the Federal Reserve because, put it this way, you can say that they are not really in the urgent to cut the rate. Okay, because actually the non-farm payroll, which they just came out last Friday, remember non-farm payroll? Actually, the non-farm payroll data was not so bad. Okay, I repeat, the non-farm payroll data was not so bad. I mean, they are not really in the urgent to do any intervention. So they are not going to cut. You don't want to cut. Also, it's okay. All right, the economy is doing well. So that's the reason why the Federal Reserve was they are trying to beat around the bushes. They don't want to cut the rate, because the economy is doing okay. What for, right? Okay, and also another reason is that, of course, when your economy is doing okay, you don't cut the rate, and when the economy start to roll over, then you cut the rate. They will have more, how to say, more meaningful bullet in their hand to into so-called play with the economy. So that's the reason why they are not cutting. So I think that's the reason why it is really reflecting. All right, it's really reflecting on the market on that. There's the interest rates, they are almost 99.9%. All right, on the 18th of June, they are not going to cut. Okay, so pretty much I think it's pretty much confirmed already on this June, they are not going to cut. Or even I'm hearing that, in the later part of the year, they might not even don't want to cut also. But anyway, I mean, that one is later. But this June, we are quite sure, all right, they won't cut the interest rate. So in other words, they are giving a signal to the whole world that, US economy is doing okay. You got what I mean? Like Euro, they have been cutting 7 times already, right? And I think this US, I think for the past 1 or 2 years, they only cut 3 times. All right. So, they're giving a signal to the whole world that US economy is doing okay. All right. So what is going to happen? I think that will explain why the US market is very resilient right now. Okay, now let's talk about if our individual items. All right. Let's start with the British pound. All right. So please remember, I'm looking at the future market. All right. So future market and the forex market they are in line. That I mean, if the future market go up, right, the forex market also go up, right? But the thing is that, the value may be the price may be slightly different. Okay, so this one you need to aware that. So basically what is happening to them is that, hang on a minute. Basically what is happening to them is that you can see that the British pound, right, it is pretty much stay elevated. All right, so the only issue that I can foresee here is that we are starting to have some sort of like a top looking candles coming in. All right, and we are not even having, today is Monday. Last Friday we have a bearish looking candle, and you see currently they are still quite higher in a way. So it's like I have to say that the overall trend on the British pound is stay quite bullish. Okay, so if you're thinking of shorting this kind of candle, this kind of pairs, I mean, don't really do it with a very high conviction. I mean, like, you don't trade very big loss size, all this kind of stuff. Because you see, for the past since early in May, 1 month plus, this pair have done nothing but going up. So you see what will likely to happen? Of course, the going up will likely to continue to go up. All right. So selling is a little bit I am not really recommend to do so. All right. And I want to share with you one of the data that I use. Okay. Of course, this one is we do it manually. All right. We do it manually. I have something like this, right? I have something like this. So basically is to, guide us the so-called the strength of the market. So this is our own way of doing. So you can see the British pound, the weekly number is 2.3. So it's stay pretty much, the score is pretty much on the bullish side. Okay. So another one is euro. Okay. All right. I cannot see the comment. I cannot see the comment. I cannot see the comment. So I mean, if you don't mind, I won't be reading comment. So yeah. Yeah. All right. So I will be talking about Euro. Okay, Euro is slightly different in a way. Euro is slightly different in the way that I have because I have other parameters I'm also looking at. I'm not looking at technical alone. All right, so Euro is if you talk about whichever is quite bearish, I would say Euro is a little bit weaker in my opinion. All right, you can already see the number here show that it's already minus 0.8. All right, so just keep in mind, even though it's a minus 0.8, they are not really like -4, -4, -3, this kind of bearishness, only in the borderline weakness. Okay, so Euro is a little bit on the weaker one. All right, so if you want to short, maybe Euro might be the better looking one in my opinion. But we are not seeing any bearish candle, so I don't really see so much reason to short as well. So put it this way, they overall stay on the uptrend. Okay. Okay, another one is Aussie, also quite similar, right? You see market, we have a very strong range. They are doing nothing but strong range, and we are seeing quite a bit of pullback. Okay, there's one thing I want to give you information that you see, we have a very strong push to the upside on this day. Which day was it? It was on 27th of March, right? We have a very strong upside here. All right. Then the market, after the market go down, a lot of people thought that market is about to break lower. Then instead, what happened? Market go back up instead. So I think market is about to retest the second time, in my opinion. So we need to see how this price behave around this region. So let's see how it's go around this region, which is around like a 0.6 654, this kind of region. All right. So let's see how it goes. And so anyway, it stay quite a bit on the bullish note. All right. So another one is New Zealand. All right. New Zealand also very similar. They slowly like drifting to the upside and they are really starting to go up higher and higher. So I don't really see so much reason to be bearish about at this moment. You see, we have the first defense is so-called this bear flag is like a trend line per se, right? They are not even breaking down the trend line. So, I mean, we don't really have any reason to be so bearish about that. All right. Okay, let's talk about gold. Okay. So as a trader, you must have a good plan in advance, right? Good plan in advance, and you have to plan in advance, and you have to take a so-called pre-planned action. Okay, you cannot be like market go down, then go down, then you sell, then the next day, the moment you sell, the next moment it will go up already. Also same thing. You only go up, then you start to talk about buying. Then eventually, when you bought already, after you buy already, then your market will go down. Because what happened was that you are like by trying not to be wrong, yeah, you end up entering at the late level. So that's why it will keep the market will keep this kind of trader will keep on chopping the traders. All right. So you see last Friday, right? Last week we have a very strong typical sell down. I think it's nominal because of we already have a bit of like this kind of resistance level. That's why they have a sell down. And you see what happened today? Market at this support level, right? So that's why we are sort of having a bit of a bullish candle. Can you see that? But this candle doesn't mean that we have a continuous bullish candle, because this candle even not confirmed yet, because the day candle haven't over yet, right? So in my opinion, I think the goal is a little bit maybe in the stop hunting mode, or sorry, in the profit taking mode. I think the better level that you may want to buy in is somewhere around here. Okay, or if I put it into another way, I think we should only look for a buy as long as this level is not really been broken down. So that means we are still on the uptrend. Okay, you see market go up, come down, uptrend, go up, and come down, stay uptrend. You see, so it's like market is just basically what they are doing. They are just really swinging around only. All right, so you must know where is your resistance. All right, and this is resistance for sure, and you must know where is your support. Right, so this will be the ultimate level that you have to look forward, because this level, then we have to see where the market really want to show off. I think market is stay pretty much on the goal is overall stay in a very bullish trend, so it is not really a good idea for you to sell. So like being in the bullish bias, what you should do, you look for a red color candle, turn into the blue color candle. Like for example, like here, red to blue, right? Red to blue, right? Red to blue. This kind of level that you should be looking into buying, right? So I think by today, let's say the market really managed to go above this or stay afloat, and you look for a potential up move, then you can go and long accordingly. Okay, so I think gold is not really so weak. Okay, to me, the better level to purchase is somewhere until here. It is somewhere around in the future price around 3220 to 3270 region. Okay, so gold overall is stay bullish. Okay, all right, let's continue with the silver. Silver is really fantastic. All right, silver is really fantastic. Sometimes market don't care about stop hunt, don't care about anything anymore. They just they just trend up, right? So this is where we need to be pay attention to. All right, so you see we have a very, very good bullish up move here on the 2nd of June, and we have a second move on the 5th of June, right? Of course, am I sure that will it continues to go up? Of course, nobody really know, all right? But the higher chance of it going up is a lot higher. So, we are as a trader, at any time, we are gauging the probability, all right? So that means, like either going up or going down, which case scenario is the higher chance? Right? You got what I mean? Nothing is absolute here. So I gauge the information up, then I feel like, okay, we are going to go up a lot higher. So of course I have a long position on them. And from all the parameters that we look at, right, you can see the silver is really on the upswing move, right? So silver is one of my so-called like a focus pair for this week. I will never be shorting silver this week. All right. So either buy or don't do anything only. All right. So silver is one of the very strong one. And yep. So this on silver, yeah. So another one that I want to talk about is the Japanese yen. All right. Japanese yen is very, very, very tricky. All right. They have been really tricky. All right. You see, for the past, I don't know, like you can see here, like for example, like since May, they don't really go down directly, You know what they have been doing, right? They have been really whipping everybody along the way. You see, they want to go down, but they don't go down immediately. Go up a bit, go down first. Then the moment people thought, okay, hey, market have such a bearish candle, I short here, I sell here. What happened? Market pull back. You got what I mean? Then people thought, okay, market is going to go up already. The moment they buy here, market go back down. You see, this is how the market move all the time because it's their job to swing people out first before the market move, right? Because whenever the market move, they don't want as much people to not in the trade. They want to whip those people out. So same thing here as well. You see, last Thursday and Friday, we have such a bearish looking candle, right? Then you see after that, Monday, of course, you mean normally the automatically people will think, oh, market is continue to go down, right? But it didn't go down, Instead, we have a very good flush in the morning, you see. So my point here is that's the reason why it is good to, it's good to have some bias in your mind. We should not be, or just because of one day is bearish candle, one day is bullish candle. We don't change like that. All right. Of course, we take in consideration, but it is not the only reason to, we should be bullish or bearish. You got what I mean? We must have some kind of trend analysis, higher time frame analysis, this kind of stuff. Okay. Don't focus just only on the one candle. Okay. So my point here is that since for the past few days was kind of bearish, right? And of course, today look bullish, but it's not confirmed yet. So apparently, we're likely to continue to go lower. Of course, JPY go lower mean US dollar JPY likely to go higher. All right. So I'm expecting US dollar JPY to go a little bit higher here. All right. Sorry, not this one, this one. All right. So US dollar JPY to go higher here. All right. So this is what I'm looking at. And let's go through a few. All right. And in terms of stock market, stock market is a little bit we need to be careful because of recently the Trump and this Elon Musk got issue, right? And the more important one is this German DAX. All right. One of the reason with the important one is, this is very serious now. You can see that the US, the European is actually Europe is at the war in a way. All right. You can say that. So basically, and moreover, market have been nothing but going up recently. So I think they are going to go a lot lower in my opinion. All right. And from my longer time frame analysis, it is still not really bearish yet. So it is 2.3 mean to us is like 0 to 3 is like a bit of slightly bullish or slightly bearish. 3 to 5 is bullish or bearish, and the 5 above is very. All right. So now it's 2.3. So it's in a slightly bullish state. So at the moment, what is happening right now is that I'm watching it closely. And of course, daily I have a daily information that I will be key in as well. Then I will have my own data, another set of data as well. So if I want to short this guy, all right, I will be watching it closely because my weekly is not so bearish yet. All right. So I cannot be so confident and short it down a lot. Okay, but I think we have a bit of gut feel going on. You can see that. All right, you can see on this guy. Last week we have a gap up. All right, we have a gap up here, and basically, and now what they're doing is they are filling the gap actually. All right, so I think will be very interesting. And from the way that I look from the price action is very strong on the downside. So I think we might have some potential sell case scenario coming. Okay. And another good thing about the stock market is that it's a Chinese market. All right. I'm expecting Chinese market to do a lot better, especially, the Chinese and the US they are discussing right now, right? Trade tariff, all those stuff. So I expect this guy to do a lot better in the near future, in my opinion. So Hong Kong is also another so-called my focus item. You can see by the color, yeah. So this is a very kind of like a focus item. So I won't be selling this fella, very unlikely. All right, very unlikely for this week. All right, so let's see how it's go. All right, and another one that we should be watching is also crude oil. all right, because of all the turmoil, all those things, right? I think crude oil is about to really go up higher as well. So you can see from this color, all right? So it's pretty bullish here. And last but not least is the Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin is surprising, right? Market is really going up higher. And recently there was this James Win, right? This James Win or whatever. This guy long the Bitcoin, and his stop loss is somewhere around here. So you see, when the market, right, if there's a big money to be made, all the market like it's like a ocean. When there is blood, right, there's a lot of shark will be swimming around. So same thing here. This guy put a buy here, order here, and he put a stop loss somewhere here. And if he lost his position, if I'm not wrong, I think he like $800 million, right? $800 million he will lose, right? So there's a lot of money to be made, right? A lot of money to be made. So what happened? Of course, market just pushed down this level just to shake him out. And after that, of course, 1 or 2 days, they just bring a little bit more. Then you see now they're recovering already. You got what I mean? This is what the market is about, okay? Market is not always about bullish or bearish. Market is always about hunting the stop loss, okay? So you see now the Bitcoin is going back up. I think they will remain to do so, in my opinion. We have such a strong volume cluster here. And when the market is going down, there was not much interest here. And when the market come back here, there was another interest coming here again. So I think Bitcoin will likely to continue to go up higher, in my opinion. All right. So let me have a quick recap. Yeah. Let me have a quick recap. So what is happening? So at the moment, commodities are apparently doing okay. All right. Commodity, especially like silver. All right. And crude oil. All right. And you can say Bitcoin as well. All right. So commodity are doing okay. So if looking for some bullish case scenario, I think commodity will be a good choice, in my opinion. But for like a currency pair like a British pound, euro, Aussie, New Zealand against US dollar, right? Not really so fantastic. Because why? Because you can see a lot of numbers are all over. They are not really bullish. They are not really bearish. All right. So I think they will do not so good, in my opinion. All right. The good one will be commodity. All right. Then the third one is stock market. All right. Stock market is a little bit mixed as well because of all the geopolitical issue. US market looks okay. All right. And of course, the German FDAX or German DAX is not really okay on this guy. And last but not least, the Hong Kong Chinese market is okay here. All right. So these will be the three major groups that I will be looking for this week. All right. As a trader, you don't need to look so many things, and you were confused. Right. Just look at the few themes, be patient, and see whether these buyers come true or not. I mean, if come true, of course, you try to make money out of it. All right. So I hope it's pretty well balanced and already presented enough. So I'm monitoring these three items, all right, especially like silver, all right, Hong Kong DAX, and of course crude oil. Okay. So guys, all the best, and especially like gold, not really a good time for you to sell it down. Instead, it's better to buy in my opinion. Okay. If you really like this video, as you know, I would try to focus more on my YouTube channel. So do me a favor, press like, all those stuff, because it will help the algo and stuff like that. And you can post a comment as well. All right. So Wednesday, I will come back again with the in the Burmese version. I mean, of course, is there's any additional information or not. And I will also try my best to do some short trading related video in future. All right, guys. So thank you very much for coming, and have a great week ahead. Okay, the week just started, so please stay focused and all the best. Thank you, and bye bye.